welcome to the first episode of Stream Highlights. This is a series I will be uploading every Saturday, showing some of the best battles I've had over the past week's streams. Today I will be versing my friend TY, a longtime viewer and follower of my stream. I hope you enjoy, and let's get this started. Starting out with Gastrodon, predicting his Domanitan, because his Domanitan really just kind of screws up my setup with Fortress. But he's more than likely predicting my Mian Chao, brings out the Mawile to intimidate. Doesn't really matter on my Gastrodon as a special attacker. Quick Claw pops. He switches out into Slowbro, realizing his mistake. Mud Bomb does next to nothing on a Slowbro. Now I get a secondary Mud Bomb due to being faster, just naturally. But I do get the XP drop there, despite the lack of damage. Goes for Side Shock, misses. Now he brings out his Dragonite. I mispredict right here, go for another Mud Bomb, does absolutely nothing as it's immune. He takes this opportunity to set up on Dragon Dances. I go for the 4 times effective Blizzard, hoping for a one-hit KO. I did not quite get it. His leftover brings him back up to about 40% health. Switches out, probably not wanting to get hit by another Blizzard. Into Domanitan. I got greedy, went for the second Blizzard, hit the Domanitan, which doesn't really matter as it's I believe it's 4 times resistant. Goes for his U-turn. Bringing out Chansey, which, as most of us know in Eviolite, Chansey is a humongous special defensive wall, so it's not surprising that Surf did next to nothing despite the stab. I go for the switch out, knowing I'm not going to beat it on special grounds, and I take this opportunity on a defensive Chansey to try to set up. He surprises me here with a Seismic Toss, which is obviously going to do 50 damage, but I am not really too bothered with it, so I continue to set up on my spikes. Get the first layer of Toxic Spikes up. Now he switches out into his Dragonite to take the Wish, which is a clever play. But I do get my second set of Toxic Spikes up. Wish comes true, goes back to 100% health. Gets a Dragon Dance set up. Obviously I'm setting on him, he's going to set up on me, because Fortress is not exactly an attacker. Get the Stealth Rocks up, a bit too late, but nevertheless, Stealth Rocks are always nice. Now I realize he's going to continue his Dragon Dances, so I decide to take advantage of his speed boost, and I go for the Gyro Ball. Does a reasonable amount of damage, all things considered. Leftovers brings him back up to a good bit of health. Goes for the EQ with double Dragon Dance, that's going to hurt quite a lot. Go for the secondary Gyro Ball. Get him to about half health, leftovers are going to take him back over half. This EQ is going to knock me out. But I got both my spikes, both sets of hazards up, so I'm pretty content with Fortress's work. Leftovers is going to bring him back up a little more. Bring out Gastrodon, hoping to get another Blizzard on him. Outrage is definitely a thing. In fact, it faints me due to the double Dragon Dance. Now I know I'm not going to be outspeeding him by anything, so I decide instead I'm going to bring out my Rhydon in order to try to get up Stone Edge on him. This is an Eviolite Rhydon, so I take this Outrage with just a little health left. Stone Edge luckily does land, and that's enough to take out Dragonite. He goes out into Slowbro. Obviously, just trying to play the typing on this with the 4 times weakness to water. I'm in a tough position right here. Luckily, I outspeed, get the Shadow Claw off, and do a reasonable amount of damage, get him under half. He goes for the Scold, which is going to KO me, due to the 4 times effective hit. Go out to Crawdaunt, knowing that I beat him on both typings. Goes out into Mawile, obviously probably wanting to just wall my hits and gets the Intimidate off on it. Now this Crawdaunt is a physical attacker, so that's going to be rather damaging. Luckily I get a Dragon Dance up, so his Intimidate's all but neutralized. And I get a nice little speed boost. Go for the knockoff, knowing that those leftovers are going to be troublesome. That does a surprisingly large amount of damage due to the crit, and no more leftovers. Taunts me out of Dragon Dance, which is a trouble, but I still went for Aqua Jet anyway, and with a neutral Aqua Jet, that does quite a lot. Well, he's resistant by no damage boost. Super Fang actually did less than I was expecting. He hard switches into his Sableye. I go for the Aqua Jet again, knowing Sableye's a bit frail. It actually takes that rather well, but the Toxic is still going to do damage to him. Now, I was expecting the Mega right here, but he just went for the Will-O-Wisp, so now I'm down to half attack. So my Crawdaunt's all but done. The only reason I'm keeping him in now is to just try to do as much damage as possible. I don't want to risk a hard switch. Now he's in range where another Toxic is going to definitely take him out. Or a little more toxic damage. Taunt wears off. I could go for the Dragon Dance, but as I'm on a timer due to burn, I go for an attack. Aqua Jet will be enough to kill. Brings out his Chansey against my physical attacker, but with the burn it's not going to matter too much. But I do take this opportunity to use the knockoff to get rid of the Eviolite. He pops another Wish. Goes out into a small while again to take the Wish. I get another Intimidate, so I'm now down to a quarter attack. I'm not going to be doing anything. Luckily, Burn's about to take me out, so I'll be able to get a safe switch in here soon. Wish comes true, brings him back to full health, which is a bit of a bother as that Mawile is a bit bulky. Get one last Aqua Jet off. Do a reasonable amount, all things considered. He gets sets up his rocks, which was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't expecting hazards from him at this far into the game. Now with me and Chow, me and Fu, I get the knockoff or the fake out, which I really just did for one extra damage. I know I'm gonna outspeed him, but one extra turn of damage is always nice. Brings out a Slowbro. Seems like a solid switch at the time. I go for a Drain Punch. Again, not a very fantastic prediction. Get back a lot of my health, but then my Life Orb is going to take 1/10 of my health out. Toxic's going to hurt. Now he withdraws into his Mawile for an Intimidate. Now again, with a bit of a late prediction, I go for the U-turn, hit him, does absolutely nothing, all things considered. Life Orb takes me out. But I do get my switch out and do a regenerator. I'll get all my health back before I come back in. Bring out Ying, or Yang, my mascot really for my stream. And my Zangoose is probably one of my favorite Pokemon that I have on. It is my favorite Pokemon I have on the team. Go for a second knockoff for no reason at all. It was a fairy steel type, so I don't know what I was thinking. He returns the knockoff to me. Luckily, I already got my toxic boost from the toxic orb, so there's no need for me to be holding it any longer. So that was almost a non-gainer for him. He did get some good damage. Now Facade is going to do enough to almost knock out Mawile. Goes for the Super Fang, which I could have sworn was going to kill, but it actually leaves me with 16 damage after the poison, 16 health after the poison. Go for a second Facade, take out Mawile, and now I feel comfortable that I can probably start cleaning up on this in this game. Unfortunately, the poison is enough to kill. Down goes Yang. Bring out my Mian Chao. Now this is where the battle really gets interesting. I go after his Demanitan with a fake out for that one extra hit of damage. Stealth Rocks will hurt me, but luckily he's poisoned as well as having Stealth Rock damage. Get him down to where one more stab hit is going to take him out. He flinches, obviously. Poison takes him down to red health. And he goes for a Flare Blitz, which was actually kind of amazing as I thought I was going to outspeed. But anyway, he feints me. And then feints himself into recoil. So this game ended with all 12 Pokemon fainted, but he was declared the winner due to him dealing the killing blow. I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember this is my first video, so there are going to be some rough patches. I'm going to constantly try to improve. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. And please give me critiques on what I can do better. Thank you.